welcome back to Chasing Trophies. We're getting closer and closer to the T20 World Cup, and we all know in a T20 game, the most pivotal role is the opening slot, and that's where the game can drift. If you have a good opening pair, good opening partnerships, you go on to win T20 games. We've seen it in T20 World Cups. We've seen it in the IPL in the past as well. Joining me today is Faz, my co-host. Hope you're doing well and looking forward to this and this discussion in particular.
Yes, man. 3 days to go from before the first game starts on the 7th, and yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one. Hopefully, T20 obviously a little bit shorter, more attention span. चल जाता वरना 8 घंटे 50 overs में. It also has its own beauty. Obviously, 50 World Cup, we love it. But yeah, 24 World Cup defending champions India going into this one. I'm very excited to see where we end up in this World Cup.
Yeah, this is a very, this topic is a bit risky because, opening pairs can change at any time. India had an opening pair which we thought is going to be the opening pair, but that could change in the World Cup. So we'll say from our end, like who we think are the openers who will do well. And if they don't open, just forgive us because things can change in the last minute. We're assuming for India, it'll be right now Ishan Kishan and Abhishek Sharma. But that could change. We're assuming for Australia, it'll be Travis Head, Mitchell Marsh. For Pakistan, Saibzada, Farhan, Saim Ayub. For England, Butler and Salt. But these things can change. Duckett is also there, so you never know what's going to happen. With Sri Lanka, I think right now Mishara and Nisanka are, opening the batting. But yeah, we'll go with who you think first. You're from 1 to 5. If there are 5 guys you want to see in terms of the opening pairs, I think I know you're number 1, but you can go number 2.
Yeah, I mean, number 1 obviously India, Ishan Kishan, Abhishek Sharma, Sanju Samson. Let's just put it like that, top order batsman wise. And then I think second, very interestingly, QDK and Aiden Markram. They have been having some sublime partnerships. QDK hitting 115 just a week ago against the West Indies, and against India also he turned up SA20 maybe for the Risers. He was amazing. So that'll be my number 2. Number 3, I think Phil Salt and Josh Butler, or Phil Salt and Ben Duckett. I think Phil Salt, one of your top 3 batsmen in the world for T20. Complement that with Josh Butler, who fits in any T20 squad as well. I mean, he's brilliant. And Duckett's been having an amazing white ball year as well last year. This time around, maybe not that great in the Ashes, but for a white ball batsman, he's been in sublime form. Number 4, I'll go with Australia. Obviously, Travis Head, Mitch Marsh has been amazing since the IPL. I think just like I say, he's leading the team as well. He's looked in fine form. He's taken his rest just before the Ashes as well. He didn't play the Ashes, so he had a good amount of rest under that. Travis Head, with the white ball, he's not been that great lately. He's had a one-off knock here and there, but red ball, he was playing white ball cricket. We saw that in the Ashes. He was hitting like 160 of like 123, and these kind of massive scores, just tonking it left, right, and center. Now for Australia, so the main thing we'll have to look at is Palekele, Colombo, how they adapt to that against the spin. How will Australia play? Number 5, I'm going to go with Finn Allen, Tim Seifert. I think Finn Allen is someone as well that I'm very excited to see. Tim Seifert, we saw a glimpse of him against India as well. They have hard-hitting ability. Devon Conway also had 100 partnership with Finn Allen. So the Kiwis also looking like they'll probably try to get their way under somehow undergoing under the radar again.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to the West Indies openers. I don't know who's going to open. Is it going to be Shai Hope or Charles? Yeah. That's what I want to see, man. Because अगर इन लोग power play को इस्तेमाल करते हैं बराबर, then they can hit 100 also in 6 overs the way they bat. So this is like out of the kind of box kind of situation. But if West Indies want to do well, and these two need to perform, and if they perform, then they have a good chance. And obviously the Afghanistan openers as well. I think it'll be probably Ibrahim Zardan
Gurbaz.
Or it'll be Zardan or it'll be Gulbadin with Gurbaz.
I think it'll be Zadran and Gurbaz, because Gulbadin mostly comes at 4 or 5, I think.
Yesterday he opened, that's why I got confused. The one against Afghanistan defeated Scotland, just for our viewers to know that Scotland had lost the first game of the T20 World Cup. What is the one game? But yeah, like these are a couple ones that I want to add, because I think you went through the main ones. So you went India at number 1, then at number 2 you went
South Africa, then I went England, Australia, and New Zealand.
And then the subcontinent teams, Sri Lanka also, like Nisanka, he's played well in T20 World Cups. I don't know if Kushal is there. Kushal Mendes is there. KGP. Not Pereira, sorry, not Mendes.
Pereira. I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all. Sri Lankan
Because
squad.
he's
I
a
think it
very
came
good
out.
batter.
Sri Lankan squad came out yesterday, I think. So
Yeah.
they
So if he
finally.
opens, I think it'll be really good along with Nisanka. That's a good opening pair. And Pakistan have Saad Sadar, Farhan, Saim Ayub. Again, it's a different type. They're so used to Rizwan and Babar playing. Now it's a different type of opening attack, and they're looking to be aggressive.
Yeah.
So that's one thing we'll have to watch out for. Also, like you said, the conditions in Sri Lanka might be slightly different. So, as an opening pair, how do you look at it in T20 cricket? If you're going to go in India, obviously the ball will come to the bat, you're going to look to hit. But in Sri Lanka, will you still look to be aggressive, or will you take your time if it's a slowish pitch?
Yeah, I think you have to look at the situation in India. We're not going to be flatter decks. Probably towards the end, it will dry out and spin a bit more. But with Sri Lanka, what we're seeing right now in the matches that we've seen with against England and Sri Lanka, or it doesn't look like it's spinning that much. England is able to hit. That means that's a sign of indication that there's not a lot of spin on offer.
Yeah.
But yeah, England does struggle with turn a lot, so we know how that would pan out. But I think its subcontinent might be similar to what we're expecting in India. And that is where probably you go hard and tonk it, right? Like that is the mantra T20 cricket जो हमारे को अभी समझ में आ गया कि भाई मार मार के खेलना पड़ता है. 2022 हम साथ देखे हम सब भाई. That World Cup also was very difficult to watch. Obviously it was England, but the conditions were still hittable. And then after that, UAE maybe 2021 में there were a little bit slower wickets, but our approach in general was very 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 old historical. And now you see like teams like England and they're taking the attack to the bowlers in the power play, which is spoiling the rhythm and the line, not letting the bowlers settle. So that is very important from a top ordering batsman perspective. Any game and any format, the top orders give you a contribution, you're more likely to win that game, is what I feel.
How smart do the captains have to be? Because we know what Abhishek Ishan Kishan are looking to do. We know Travis and Mitchell Marshall are looking to do. So do you think like in these conditions they try to play to their weaknesses? Maybe bring in off spinner for the two lefties, or slow it down for the likes of Travis Head, bring a spinner in, be a bit out of the box, which we've seen in T20 cricket in the past. But over here in these conditions, particularly, you'll probably see captains do some things different and try to get the best out of their team and try to get the openers out quickly.
100%. I think they have to play to their strengths rather than succumb to what the batsman is like, right? Like, so if the bowler is comfortable to be able to bowl in a certain line and length and can execute his plans, I think that's what they should back rather than maybe trying something a lot of time out of the box. Yeah, maybe for Abhishek Sharma or someone you might have a game plan in hand. But also you have to go back to seeing what is the most strongest suit of that particular bowler in that particular situation at times. So maybe a balance of those two. Sometimes don't try to get like wicket, try to be more economical in certain situations. Like if the guy is just going honking tonk, try to get it as wide as possible from his hitting arc. Those kind of things where you can adjust your lines probably. That is a tactic that they could probably optimize. And then under the pressure in T20 cricket, you will get the wicket, right? So it's all about a very balanced act between being patient and being smart. Maybe you just need to know when to strike with at what time, which suit you have to probably show out. But yeah, with I'm pretty sure with Abhishek they have a plan as well, because they usually see they have a third man ready or a deep mid wicket or something like that. So at that time they have executed their plans well. We saw New Zealand did that as well. For other batsmen, again, adjusting the lines, making sure that you don't go for too much in too early and set the field according to the strongest shot that that the batsman makes. I think that is something that the captains will probably be very, very keen on looking at, how they can get an early wicket or at least not go for a lot of runs in the power play.
Do you see 300 getting breached in this World Cup?
Yeah, India came close in 24, got 296, and the wickets that we have right now, Ahmedabad, Delhi, Mumbai, I think it's possible. The run rate that we're hitting, we hit a 271 in Trivandrum, so why not, I'd say.
And the highest individual T20 score, will that be broken, and will somebody get a double hundred in this World Cup?
Let's see. I mean, there are prospects. There are.
You have to play at least like 80 balls or something, right? Like if you're gonna get a double hundred.
I mean, maybe like. I
What is the highest score? 175? No, that's Gale in IPL. What's the highest score?
The highest score. I can't remember. I'm probably.
I think Finch had one at 150.
142, 150. I think. Yeah, Finch made something like that.
Yeah. I'll just search it for you now,
yeah.
just so that you have an idea. Like, can it be broken?
Yeah. So
yeah,
I mean that's
172.
172. Yeah, 142. 172. Yeah. So Aaron Finch did that in 2021. When did he do that? 21, 22, maybe. Whenever it was.
Yeah.
The point is, like, if I'm looking at the oppositions in each group, Mustafa, there are potential targets, I would say. Like, I'm not without disrespecting anyone, but the quality of the batsmen that certain teams possess, you can probably expect a 200, maybe a little far fetched, maybe somewhere around the 150 can happen. I think 150, maybe not broken, but yeah, you could
Yeah.
probably get a 100 plus score, 150, 160, maybe.
Yeah, I think that'll be good. And I'm trying. I think out of the players that you mentioned, one will probably win the highest run scorer cap, or what do you call it, the golden bat
Yeah,
or of the tournament. Although it could be a one down player as well, but like we give the openers the best chance because they can consume the most amount of deliveries.
for sure. And like that's what it is. A lot of quality in this T20 World Cup. Deval Breves and these guys, all the youngsters, they're going to look to rip it through. But from opening standpoint, like you said, like they can get a if they get going, then the pressure on the bowler, they spoil it, they spoil the party, and they have to just keep banking on that.
Yeah.
And that is going to be very interesting to see. By Kon, Akha. In every team, everyone has a very good hitter. Like even in Pakistan, Saim Ayub has been decent. QDK, like we mentioned, Abhishek Sharma, like we mentioned. If Ishan Kishan is there, that's probably an added advantage for both in India.
Yeah.
But one hitter is definitely going to be there for in every country.
Yeah, I think that is a good topic to discuss, and it is going to be important because power play may a lot of matches do get won in the power play. We've heard that, we've seen that before. Obviously, it's not
Yeah,
the end all, but it is a very important factor to a T20 game, the opening stand. So we'll be looking forward to this World Cup. We'll have some more interesting topics in the next few days. We'll discuss bowlers also because we can't just talk about batsmen. We'll
of
discuss
course.
bowling too in probably next episode. But thank you. Fans, thank you everybody. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe button, do comment on the video, and catch you guys soon.